Hi, everybody. So, things were getting very intense in Dark Life, and we're going to jump right back into chapter 26. Shade knocked him out with his own gun, Gemma explained as she slipped her hand under the ranger's jacket. Don't bother checking for a heartbeat. He's breathing, I said, getting to my feet. Just make sure his head isn't bleeding. Be right back. I ran down the corridor and into the enormous wet room where there was a view phone. I called Doc and gave him a quick rundown of what had happened. I'll sound the alarm and tell the others that Shade is loose. Stay with Grimes. I'll be right there. By the time I ran back down the passage, Grimes had not only woken up, but was struggling to stand. Let go of me, he snarled at Gemma, who was trying to hold him down. You're hurt, she said. Doc is on his way down, I told him. He should take a look at your head. That was a bad blow. Pushing Gemma's hands aside, he heaved himself to his feet. My head is fine, and so is my memory. He cast me a meaningful look. So don't try to tell me. A klaxon horn cut him off as it screeched through the entire trade station, announcing a red alert. Even if Grimes claimed his memory was fine, he looked confused now. That's for Shade, I explained. He escaped. The ranger wheeled around and headed for the wet room. Where are you going? Doc's on his way. And he ain't gonna find me here, Grimes said over his shoulder. Gemma's eyes met mine. Well, it's not much of a bump. Still, I followed Grimes to the edge of the moon pool, glancing around the wet room as I went. What if Shade was hiding somewhere in here? Being in the middle of the night, the access deck was deserted. Anyway, most people moored their subs along the inner docking ring of the surface deck. I could imagine the chaos up there right now, set off by the red alert. Not that there were many people aboard the trade station at this hour, only those drinking in the saloon or bunking in the hive. The klaxon horn had surely interrupted their R&R. You're leaving us with an outlaw on the loose? I demanded as Grimes climbed into his sub. You're the idiot who let him out, he replied, then ducked into the cockpit and slammed the hatch. That doesn't excuse you running away, I shouted, though I knew he probably couldn't hear me. As his sub sank under the water, I looked around the empty wet room and didn't see Gemma. The image of the blood-soaked wet room in her brother's rig floated up in my mind, and a chill settled over me. I hoped Gemma had returned to the surface deck and joined my parents. When I finally made it to the dining hall, I found Hewitt and our families there. Ma rushed over to me. Doc said you two are okay, but he didn't have time to give us the whole story. What happened down there? How did Shade escape? Lars demanded. I ignored their questions and scanned the empty tables in the dining hall. Gemma isn't here? I asked, trying to curb my panic. No, not since she left with you, Ma said. Behind us, the door swung open and Jibby entered. I've never seen a place clear out so fast. Raj barged in right behind him. Who's left? Lars asked. Raj shrugged. Us. Did you see Gemma anywhere? I asked. Both shook their heads. I'm going to go check the surface deck, I told my parents. We just came from there, Jibby said. It's deserted. You should have seen it. Raj smirked and unholstered his HAR pistol. All of them boats and subs launching at the same time over one little escaped outlaw. Cowards. How's Ranger Grimes? Pa asked me. He left, I said. Left? Cheryl asked. With a prisoner on the loose? Wouldn't even wait for Doc to bandage his fool head, I replied. Looks like we're on our own. Raj sounded oddly happy about that fact as he loaded mini harpoons into his gun. I just don't comprehend how an outlaw that size snuck up on Grimes, Lars said. The ranger may be a bigot, but he ain't blind. When the group looked to me for an answer, my stomach twisted. I was locked in the storage bay. I didn't see it. Which was true, but Gemma was right. Withholding information was a form of lying. I need to find Gemma, I said, and slipped out of the canteen. I raced down the corridor only to turn the corner and see the elevator doors closing. I pounded on the call button, eyes pinned to the screen. I was surprised when the elevator stopped at the recreation deck, but Raj had said the trade station was empty except for us. When the elevator finally returned, I saw the name on the adult ID card jammed into the slot and knew exactly who'd gone to the saloon, even if I didn't know why. The card belonged to one Ranger Matt Grimes. Nice. Gemma had pickpocketed an unconscious man. Now, why would she steal his ID card and head back to the saloon? Things are getting interesting. All right, see you guys next time. Bye.